Things to do: you have play full game. Entering team select screen. The Green Bay Packers, the home team, are selected. Ready.
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does. And you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
And the question swirled around Green Bay all offseason in free agency and through the draft. Did they acquire enough pieces to help the all-star quarterback Aaron Rodgers? Just think about the last 2 years for him. 51 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions, and rallied the Packers to 13 regular season wins last year and a trip to the NFC Championship game. He's still one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and the Packers are hoping to take the next step.
Game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that and a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him into the passing game, it should open up his running game, too.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 41, Rodgers got it open. Man, it's Scantling. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Steve locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his throw here is incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
There are 8 categories. You have predictions, stretch alerts, selected.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
What is entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8
Austin
categories.
Seibert on for the extra point.
That event is selected.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, you know, those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They'll run it with Jones. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. This is taken at the 15. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what the offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Entering play call, RN.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in them.
Heavy rush, and down he goes. Dean Lowry. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on the sack, does it?
Now they're looking at 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 8 categories. You have 3
Mayfield and his Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories, only predictions, strategy or execute selected.
On 1st down, they'll run the jump. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. And now it'll be 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. 7 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Giving up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Let's go, let's go. Pick up there, 26 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Rodgers to throw once more. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 10 yards out. And the Packers are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This is it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. JoJo Natson now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over first.
All right, gearing up for another drive here. Austin Hooper trots back out. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far, as we see here on your screen.
They may have to draw up coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Suggestions. There are 8 categories with predictions.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
All coach suggestions. There are 8 categories with predictions. Florida drive is selected.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. During these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 13 yards out. And the Browns add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packers offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Rodgers now on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, he's going to go deep for Funchess. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. We've got 2 more after this one, and then we get it all started, as we normally do, on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Entering play call, a post shot.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 30 options inside zone.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's the backup Keenum. Over the middle here to Brown. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. 23 yards the pickup there. All the discussions were about time to try to slow down this offense. It has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They run with Hunt. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 32 on the play.
There's certainly a lot of quality receivers on this team, so he's no lock to make this squad. But the way he's got to do it, make every routine catch that comes his way, and mix in some of the big-time ones like the one we just saw there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 30 options.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They've got some guys who might need a year or 2 on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Natson. Spin 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll start with one on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. Go ahead for the actions.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. He completes it to Bryant. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Exited. dive.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Give them 3 on 1st down. Set up a 2nd and 7.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a 1st down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Hunt. But only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. Player, there are 8 coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. Go ahead for the action. Roll flats.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Hunt. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A Nice run there, 8 yards. Moves them much closer to the goal line now for third down. Third down, here's Hunt. And this time he is in. Kareem Hunt ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. Win a game.
Drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. He'll get this to Jay Kumaro. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pick.
Entering play call, coach suggestion, cover 4 quarters.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Love from the gun. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
There are 6 categories.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. A throw caught by Kumaro. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
On third down, Love. And that's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense his past few downs. Able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Hunt. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Keenum on first down. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
When you look at the scoreboard, you think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know in the air, wide open football, spread formations, more space. There's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 30 options.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 inside zone.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 30 options.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. And he finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got in as he threw it. They're trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him in because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's Seibert for the Browns field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. This one is right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take in an extra?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. You can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6
So now
categories.
20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a throw here, hauled in. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 3 options.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll begin the drive and punt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Third down.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.
Red zone FG home 0. Possession time home 9:52 away 14:08. Red 2 4th down C 3rd down CONK home 2 to 7.28% away. Turn total yards home 250. KR first pass score home 7 away 38. Player stats team call. Scoring summary, total, A. Hooper, player stats, team call. Post, finish game. Entering XP feedback screen, you have 25 options. Game day goals is selected. Entering player upgrades screen, you have 4 options. Mac Wilson is selected. Entering yes. Entering attention pop up to players. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do.